Abhigna.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते संगोऽस्त्व अकर्मणि.
Very good. Very nice. And another shloka, anyone? Dhairya. Very good. Anyone? Another shloka?
Bhavani mama.
Okay. Parinit and Parinika.
पवित्राणाय साधूनां वाणीर्भवति भारत ना पवित्रयादव वाणीर्वाति वेदिने.
Once again. Okay, you'll practice it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And other Chavi, you want to recite? Okay. All the shlokas, 7 shlokas in the last class, you will recite and send videos to your coordinator ma'am. You should have to recite it by yourself and send videos. Am I visible to everyone? My video is coming? Perfect? Okay then. In today's class, to Sriniket, my video is not coming. Is it not same with everyone, right? Am I visible to everyone? Okay. Then we will going to learn today's class. Today we are going to learn about moksha. Are you interested to know more about moksha? First, what is moksha then? Do you know what is moksha? No? If you know the answer, I want to know. Keep answers in the chat box. I will read that out. What is moksha? Do you heard the word moksha before? Abhigna and Anish? Abhigna and Anish saying that it is free from birth and death. Very good. Yeah, true. It is free from birth, free from rebirth. Okay. Yeah. Moksha is to be free from birth and death cycle. So, moksha means nothing but, you know, right? We are born. We born. We will die. We will again born. We will again die. This cycle will continuous. To be free from this birth and death cycle is called moksha. In other words, now we are in this material world. And from this material world to when we reach God, when we go to the spiritual world, when we go back to our Godhead, then it is called moksha. Moksha is, what is moksha? Now, as we already discussed in our previous class, the soul will never dies. It will always changes bodies. When the body is old, it will change the body, but it will never die. First, it takes birth. It becomes adult and then it becomes old and it will change the body after death or the old age. But it will never die, right? Likewise, okay, we will deal the doubts at the end of the class. Likewise, we will never, the soul will never dies, right? So, we will always take birth and we will die and we will take the birth until we will reach spiritual planet or we will get moksha. We will always take birth in this material world. And to be free from this birth and death cycle is called moksha. Why is this necessary to get moksha? Is that so much important to get moksha? In our scriptures, it is described that moksha is of highest. What's so great about in getting moksha? Why it is so high that we have to use this human life to get moksha? Why it is so much important? Why we have to get moksha? Okay, let's understand in this class today. Are you clear about what is moksha? Smira, do you understand what is moksha? Moksha is nothing but to get this is cycle which is very continuous. We will always take birth, we will death, we will die, and we will again take birth. This cycle, to break this cycle and go to God is called moksha. And in other words, it's like uh, to go from material world to spiritual world. Now, why we need to get moksha? We are so happy in this material world, right? Why we need to go to spiritual world? Why need uh, we go back to our origin that we came from Godhead? Why moksha is so much highest significance in our scriptures? It is said that moksha is very highest, and the ultimate goal of every human life is to get moksha, to get liberated. Why our scriptures say that moksha is of highest significance, and why we need to strive or use this human life to get moksha? Do you have these questions? What is moksha? Why it is so high in scriptures, and why we need to get moksha, and why it's so important to get moksha? Let's answer all these questions in today's class. Now, okay, yeah, in this material world, as we discussed it, that moksha is nothing but to go from this material world to spiritual world. In spiritual world, God will be there. So we will be happy. Do we really happy in this material world? I want responses from you. Do we are really happy in this material world? Answers in the chat box. Uh, Type in the chat box. Okay. Yes. Okay. But we face problems, right? Everyone has problems. In my childhood, it was like In this material world, everyone are facing some problems, dealing with some or the other problems. For example, uh, there are problems different from different persons. For example, in my childhood, doing maths is a big problem for me. But to my friend, doing maths is very easy. What is problem for me is was not problem for her. But there are some problems which are common to all. There are problems to everyone. Do you know that what are the problems which are common to all? No one can escape from those problems. Do you know what are the problems in this material world? What are the problems that are common to everyone? Okay. You know, type in the chat box. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. You have to remember this verse 8.15. In this verse, Lord Sri Krishna describing this material world as Ashashvatam Dukkalayam. Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Dukkalayam means suffering. It's this material world is full of suffering. And Ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means it's temporary. It is not permanent. This material world is full of suffering and it is not permanent. It is very fleeting. It is temporary. Okay. While Krishna described this material world as Dukkalayam. Dukkalayam means full of suffering and pains. And what are the problems which are, what is that suffering which is common to everyone? And what are the miseries that we experience in this material world? Now we will deal with that. Sickness, yeah. Anarkya said that sickness. Sickness means disease. Disease is a problem which is common to everyone. And now, yes, Shashvika, we have to face the problem. That's good. I'm talking about the problems which are common to everyone. Now my voice is audible to everyone. Is it clear? Okay, thank you. Now the problems, four problems which are common to all is birth, death, disease, old age. You can clearly see in this picture, these are the problems that everyone has to face. It's not like only for me. It's for all. For example, doing maths is a problem for me, but my friend, it is very interesting. So it's so problems are not same for all, but these problems are same for everyone, like birth, death, aging, disease. No one can escape from disease. No one can escape from aging. No one can escape from death. No one can escape from birth again. These are actual suffering in this material world. And yeah, how can birth can be a problem? It was described that we have to go through a lot in the womb when we are child. And disease, now we get some common cold, some fever. These are only slight diseases, but there are some big diseases also that cause so much of suffering to the people. And aging, when we get old, we don't have any strength left in the body, and we will change our body form to very old, and this everyone has to go through. And death of our people who are close to us is also very much suffering. But when we actually experience the death, it is also so much fearful and painful. So everyone has to experience all this. They will experience the birth, disease, old age, and also death. So these are the problems which are common to everyone, and no one can avoid this. They have to face this, or these are the actual problems in this material world. Now, talking about the miseries, these are suffering in this material world, which is common to everyone, and no one can avoid this suffering in this material world, which is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Birth, death, old age, disease. These are four kinds of suffering in this material world which no one can avoid. And it is same for all. And this is the actual suffering of this material world. Now coming to, and there are three types of miseries also. When it comes to suffering, it is dukkha. When it comes to miseries, it is klesha. Yeah. Birth, disease, and aging, old age, death are the suffering of this material world where no one can avoid, and it is same to all. Now coming to klesha. Klesha means misery. Misery means uh, it's not same for all, but some or the other everyone can experience this. Whereas suffering is same to all. Four kinds of suffering, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, of this material world are same for all, and no one can avoid them. When coming to the miseries, there are three kinds of miseries in this material world, which is not same for all, but all experience them in some or less forms. As I said that, uh, for me, doing maths is a problem, but for my friend, maths was joyful. Likewise, some or less quantities, they give, these are miseries. Okay. What are the three miseries in this material world? We will see that. There are three kinds of miseries in this material world. First is Adhyatmik Klesha. Klesha, misery. Klesha is misery. When coming to dukkha, suffering. Now, what are this misery? Adhyatmika Klesha. Adhyatmika Klesha means we will experience suffering or pain because of mind and body. For example, here in this picture, you can clearly see that because of first picture, he goes like this, and this is because the problems caused because of the mind and body of the individuals. They experience problems because of mind and body. Like people will experience problems because of their thoughts and their body. For example, some experience anxiety, some experience depression, some experience bodily issues. All this comes into all these kinds of problems or miseries will come under Adhyatmika Klesha. In Adhyatmika Klesha, one will suffer because of their mind and body. They will experience problems caused due to mind and body. Adhyatmika Klesha. For example, some experience anxiety, some experience depression, some will commit suicides, and all this because of their mind and body. So it is Adhyatmika Klesha. Now coming to second one, Adi Bhautika Klesha. In this Adi Bhautika Klesha, people will experience miseries due to other living entities. Here in this picture, you can clearly see when we have attacks from other countries, when any creatures like dogs, snakes bite us, when someone will kick us, when our friend we have any conflicts with our friends, and when our parents or friends or any relatives will scold us, we will experience some misery or some suffering. This is because when we suffer because of other living entities, except our when we suffer because of other living entities, it is adi bhautika klesha. When we suffer because of other living entities, it is adi bhautika klesha. Here in this, it may be because of attacks from other country people, maybe because of dog biting or snake biting. These other living entities can be human beings or also animals. It is purely because of other living entities. It can be humans and it can be animals also. Then it is miseries due to other living entities is called Adi Bhautika Klesha. Now, Adi Daivika Klesha. It is like from God. Uh, Here in this picture, you can see we will suffer because of it is said to be from the God actually, because of all the natural calamities. When we suffer because of the natural calamities, it is Adi Daivika Klesha. For example, tsunamis, earthquakes, landslides, floods, all these droughts. When we suffer because of the natural calamities, it is Adi Daivika Klesha. When we suffer because of other living entities, it is Adi Bhautika Klesha. When we suffer, when we suffer because of our mind and body, it is Adhyatmika Klesha. There are three types of miseries in this world. Adi Adhyatmika Klesha, when we suffer because of our mind and body. We will experience depression, anxiety, and our heart problems, body problems. And when we suffer because of other living entities, it may be because of our friends, family, relatives, or uh, when we go on the street, when dog biting, or we scared at looking dogs, snakes. This is all because of adi bhautika klesha. This is called adi bhautika klesha. When we suffer because of natural calamities, it is called Adi Daivika Klesha. Likewise, we have three types of klesha in this material world. Now you are clear with this, everyone? Okay. What are four kinds of suffering that we experience in this material world? Answers in the chat box. Four kinds of suffering which are common to all. I want you to answer. Okay. Death, birth. Am I audible to everyone? What is misery means? It's pain. Uh, it's a sadness. Extreme sadness is called misery. Okay. We discussed the first four types of suffering in this material world. Abhigna and Anish, very good. Death, birth, disease, aging, which are common to everyone. These are four kinds of suffering that no one can avoid, right? And when coming to three kinds of miseries, what are those three kinds of miseries that we in this material world? Answers in the chat box. Okay. Pratiksha, unmute yourself.
Ma'am, Agni, Agni, आध्यात्मिक केश अद्विक केश
आदि आध्यात्मिक क्लेश, आदि भौतिक क्लेश, आदि दैविक क्लेश. These are three kinds of miseries in this material world where one can experience uh, less or more. Not same to all. It depends, like less or more. But four kinds of suffering are common to everyone. Okay. Do you clear up now?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clear? Kritikshan, birth, disease, aging, death. Very good. Doubts we will deal at the end. And Himaswara, Moksha means no fear of death and next birth. In the Kada session, Spurti ma'am told the story of Rama and Kevat. I don't, I don't want to die or take rebirth. Okay, okay. Suffering, four types of suffering are Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, birth, death, old age, and aging, disease. Three types of misery are Adi, Adhyatmik, because of mind and body, and Adi Bhautik, because of other living entities, we will experience misery, and Adi Daivik, because of natural calamities, we will experience misery. And these are like not same for all, it's more or less. Whereas four types of suffering are common to all and they are unavoidable. Now coming to, I think you are clear up to now. Yeah, human being can develop the reasoning power to ask the following: why am when we experience any kind of disease we will suffer, right? Because this world is dukkhalayam and ashashvatam. In Bhagavad Gita 8.15, Krishna explained this. This world is completely dukkhalayam. Dukkhalayam means full of suffering. Ashashvatam. Now itself we understood this world is dukkhalayam because we already Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, and also three types of klesha. By this, we can understand that this world is dukkhalayam and ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means it's not permanent. See, when you are born, you are very childlike, and when you are growing, you become some big, and then you become adult, then you become old. In this life itself, you are undergoing so many changes. You are not permanent. You are temporary. This life completely, so this material world is completely not permanent. It's completely temporary. And it is dukkhalayam, full of miseries. Now, what we have to do in order to be happy? We have to, that's where the importance of moksha. When we reach the spiritual planet, we will be happy. Like we came from, we are like the lost son of millionaire father. We have to revive our eternal relationship with the Father God to become truly happy. There are 84 lakhs of species. This soul will continuously changes the body in this material world. In this 84 lakhs of species, 84 lakh species. It's like Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. Iha samsare, bahudushtare, kripaya pare, pahi murare. Means we will take birth, we will die. We will take birth again, we will again die. Likewise, we will take birth in the million wombs of mothers. And it is this world is full of suffering. Oh Krishna, please uh, take back to us and please show your mercy to get moksha to reach you or to stay with you. Now, spiritual world. We can see the quality of the material world. It is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. The characteristic of material world is it is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Whereas spiritual world is opposite. The opposite of material world is spiritual world. What is the opposite? Sukhalayam shashvatam. Spiritual world characteristics are Sukhalayam Shashvatam. And it is also described as Vaikunta. See, here spiritual world is described as blissful, eternal means always present, permanent. Eternal means permanent. Blissful means Sukhalayam or complete happiness and free from all kind of suffering. So that's why material world is completely Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Spiritual world is Sukhalayam Shashvatam. Material world here is compared to a hospital. Spiritual world is compared to Vaikunta. See how suffering here people are. And in this picture, you can clearly see how blissful they are. Now, spiritual world is like real mango and material world is opposite of spiritual world. Moksha is practical and approachable for all. Through moksha, we can go to spiritual world. And there are, now in, we have 14 planetary systems, planets or lokas. Now we are in Bhuloka, 7th planet. Below us are 7 planets. Above us are 7 planets. Below us are lower planets. Above us are higher planets. And when we do spiritual activities, we will go to higher planets. And based on the kind of God you worship, you go to their lokas. For example, if you are a devotee of Lord Shiva, you will go to Kailasa. If you are a devotee of Lord Krishna, you will go to Goloka Vrindavan. And if you are a devotee of Lord Rama, you will go to Saketa. Saketa. Based on the deity we will worship, different gods have different lokas, and we will go to their lokas if we worship them. Now, yeah, moksha. Uh, Anyone can remember the verse 2.40? 2.40. Okay, Rise Abhigna. Can you explain that? Unmute yourself.
Ma'am,
Uh, Verse 2.40. Do you remember the verse 2.40?
2.40.
Yeah. Neha Abhikrama Naso Asti.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. I
Okay.
thought 8.15.
Okay. Who will remember the verse 2.40? Aparna, very good. Can you recite and explain the meaning?
Miss, I don't know the meaning. I only know the verse.
Okay, no problem. Recite it.
नेहाभिक्रमनाशो अस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमस्य धर्मस्य
Trayate mahato bayat. Okay. Neha Bikramanaso asti.
नेहाभिक्रमणशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते
Neha Bikramanaso asti. Pratyavayo na vidyate. Svalpamapi asya dharmasya. Trayate mahato bayat. Okay. In this verse, we learned that even a little advancement in the path of spirituality means chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day, we can be saved from greatest type of fear. We will see, we will born here. We will read for something like to become a doctor, engineer, or everything. And yet we will die and we will take birth again in another new body, and everything we have to start from the new again. But when we chant every day, this will be permanent. Even though we will take another birth, this will be added to that. We will continue from that only. Like if I chanted 60,000 Hare Krishna Mahamantra in this lifetime, when in again another life I will start from 60,000 only. But when I was like a doctor, I become so hard. I studied very hard in this life, and I become a doctor. But when I die, if I take another birth, if I take birth another body, I have to start everything from the first again in order to become doctor again. It is of no use, right? But when chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if I chanted in this lifetime every day, 16 rounds, and it becomes so much like some amount. When I die also in the next time it will continue from that only. So Neha Abhikrama Naso Asti Pratyavayo na Vidyate Swalpamapi Asya Dharmasya Trayate Mato Bayat. Little advancement in this path can save us from the greatest type of fear. What is the greatest type of fear? Is nothing but fear of birth and death. So when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily, we will be little also, we will be saved from this fear, birth and death cycle. We get moksha. And moksha is possible for everyone. We have learned this in verse 2.40, right? Moksha is practical and approachable for everyone. If we little advancement every day, we chant Hare Krishna, so we will liberated from the greatest type of fear. Now, in this, moksha is practical and approachable for all. Dhruva Maharaj story, you know Dhruva Maharaj story? Okay. Where he can go to, because of his stepmother, he was got hurt and go to forest. And there he met another Muni. And then he did lot of penance and tapasya. And 5-year-old boy went to forest alone and did all this and get moksha. Ahal, likewise, it is for demon, for child, for woman, for Gajendra. Moksha is possible for everyone if they perform spiritual activities and practical and approachable. And these are some examples like that, where where 5-year-old child get the moksha. A woman cursed by her husband. It is Ahalya Vimochanam, where got moksha by Lord Rama. Vritasura is a demon, fought with the Indra. He, at the time of his death, remembered the god with intense devotion and got moksha. And like Arjuna, Bhishma, everyone got moksha like that. Moksha is practical and approachable for everyone. What we have to do is to to get free from this fear of birth and death cycle and the misery and suffering of this material world, and to reach spiritual world and be there serving Lord and be always happy and always permanent bliss, to go to Vaikunta to go to Goloka Vrindavana, we should do our spiritual activities every day. Okay. You can also chant Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Sri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we will be always happy then. If we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily, we will always be happy. And we can reach the spiritual planet where we can forever be happy. Because spiritual planet is full of, we can, in spiritual planet, God will be there. And we will get happiness by serving Him. And it is full of happiness, bliss, and it is eternal. It is always permanent. Do you understand any doubts? Okay. Okay, Parinit.
Ma'am, why we want to chant Hare Krishna Mama Mantra daily?
We have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily uh, in order to go to spiritual world, to be happy. As we discussed in meditation class, chanting is food for our soul, right? Soul
Yes, ma'am.
characteristic is always happy. When we give food to our soul by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will always be happy. And also, in the verse 2.40, we already discussed that the little effort on chanting or doing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will be saved from the greatest fear of birth and death cycle. We will be free from this misery or suffering of this birth and death cycle. Is it okay? In order to be happy, we have to chant Hare Krishna Mantra
Okay.
every day. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Then, Aparna.
Ma'am, what is landslides?
It's a natural calamity only, like earthquakes, a jerk of movements. It's in oceans. It's like a movement of glaciers, like that. It's a weather condition.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other? Himaswara.
Mom, like Bhuloka, the 7 planets means 14 planets. What are the names of the other 7 planets you told?
Uh, I don't know the exact names. I will let you know in the next class.
Okay, ma'am. Mom, what kind of spiritual activities should we do to get moksha?
Chanting Hare Krishna every day, reading Bhagavad Srimad Bhagavatam,
Mom, your voice is breaking.
chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day, reading Bhagavad Gita, attending
Okay.
classes.
Okay.
Anyone? Pratiksha.
Ma'am, my question is, what is the power of if we chant 6,000 sloka, we will not be confused? How it is possible, ma'am?
I didn't get it. Please be clear.
you told that if I chant every day means 6,000 sloka. If I chant every day means uh, next time after that I'll how it is possible.
As I said, chanting is a food for soul, and that will be continued with the soul only. And when your soul is not died, when we took birth again, it will, the spiritual activity is always permanent. Material activities, maybe we have to start again in the new body fresh. But whatever the spiritual activities we will perform, it is always like permanent and added to permanent bank account. And when we take the birth, this soul will take birth in again new body also. The spiritual activities will be continued from where we have stopped in the last birth. But regarding the material things, we have to learn everything from the new again. All the material subjects
Yes.
and everything.
Thank you.
Himaswara.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Any other doubts?
Mom, the story of cursed woman, what is the name title of it?
Ahalya Vimochanam.
No, Mom, the story of the man who cursed the woman you told in the slide.
Yeah, Ahalya and Gautama. That is a story of woman cursed by her husband. Her husband name was Gautama and her name is Ahalya. Is uh, he cursed her wife to become like a rock, and she took that punishment and was took the form of rock only. And but she was very much pious and spiritual, righteous woman. And when Lord Rama on his way touched that rock with his feet, and she got the moksha there.
Yeah, got it.
So,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Parinit and Parinika. Okay. Uh, Parinit and Parinika.
Ma'am, why do the mantra Hare Krishna?
Because in order to be happy, if we chant Hare Krishna every day, we will be happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Hare Krishna,
Okay.
ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಜಾಕ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಸೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ
Any other doubts? No. Okay. And there is a homework for you all. Now it's like moksha is going back to spiritual planet or God. We came from God, right? We took this birth in this material world from the God. Why have came from God? This is the answer you have to tell me in the next class by finding out by yourself. All. First, we are here with God only. Now, why we have came here and took birth in this material world is the question. You have to get answer by yourself and have to answer me in the next class. Okay? Is it clear? First, we are with God. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Is it over?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Can we end? We are getting out of time.
Uh,
Or do you
okay,
want to say
Mataji.
something? Then you can.
No, Mataji, it's over.
Okay, okay. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, mom.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, mom.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, mom. Hare Krishna, mom.
we are not doing
Hare Krishna.
chanting.
And we can chant tomorrow. Or do you want to chant right now?
Yeah,
How
ma'am.
many of you want to chant?
Right now.
You want to chant right now? Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Can you
Okay,
please? Okay, okay.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi, Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, everybody. We can end the session now. Okay, are you all happy? After chanting? All happy? Himaswara, Abhigna, you both can DM me if you have any doubt. Okay, let me just unmute you. Yes, Abhigna, what do you want to say?
Ma'am, we don't have any doubt.
You don't have any doubt? Oh, you just want to say that you don't have any doubt. Okay, you can leave. Yes, Himaswara, what do you want to say?
Mom, you told about art and craft activity. You'll say at the end of the session.
So, art and craft activity is basically the shlokas you have learned. So, what do you have to do? You have to make an art, okay, on this shloka. Okay, I'll share some pics of other students so that you get an idea. Okay, in that way,
Okay,
you
ma'am.
have to make an art and craft activity. Okay, Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
ma'am.
Himaswara. You
Hare
can
Krishna,
DM me
ma'am.
actually. You can DM me if I forgot. Then you can rememberize me.
Okay, ma'am.
Kyan, Leana, Linisha, Somisha, yes, please.
Oh, yes. What about the cow homework?
What
I have
about
to
the
take
cow
a picture
homework?
with the cow. Like,
Yes, you have to feed a cow in a goshala. If you don't have any goshala nearby your home, then you can search for
I
a
know.
cow. And
I
you
have
have
a
a
cow
goshala?
outside, but it only comes out night. There are 3 cows.
Okay, so if you found any cow nearby your home, then you can feed that cow and you can share your picture with the cow. You have?
And what about the cows come on night? And what about the white buffalo? If there are 2 cows and 1 buffalo, can I click with it?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
What about the buffalo? Can we click on it?
Basically, you have to feed cow. You can feed the buffalo too. No worries. There's nothing bad in it. But you have to share. But you have to share a pic with the cow. Okay. If you still have any doubts, Hare Krishna. Do you have any doubts?
Hare Krishna, ma'am. Ma'am, we will do
Hare
it.
Krishna, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna, ma'am.
Hare
Radhe
Krishna,
Radhe.
ma'am.
Bye.